decirte, mami, una cosita. Yo te doy lo que tú necesitas. Solo quiero que tú seas mía. Quiero hacértelo. La luna yo te bajaré. Mi corazón te lo daré. Conmigo vas a enloquecer. Yo quiero estar contigo.
Hey Speedy, welcome to the show for everyone. This is Speedy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Makudi will bring you sports moments of your life, and I am Benny Kuji. It's been an interesting week. A lot of sporting activities happening everywhere. The AFCON begins today, and a lot of pressure on Morocco right now. Morocco, for me, I would say they are the best team in Africa right now, and they are also hosting that one. They are the highest FIFA ranked team, and even in the last World Cup, they did very, very well. So for me, I would say it's pressure on the Moroccans, and they are starting the competition today by 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Yes, that's that for Morocco, and I wish them the very best. Let's just enjoy some beautiful African football. Apart from that, the Premier League yesterday's matches played yesterday. Arsenal are back on top of the table. Arsenal is refusing to relinquish that position that they are. Yes, Arsenal still on the top or at the top of the table. Yes, and no one can push Arsenal down right now, despite the fact that a lot of people thought that one was going to be a difficult one for Arsenal. Arsenal finally came through without any scratch. Yes, another clean sheet for Arsenal, and they are back on top of the table. Right now, Aston Villa against Manchester United. Yesterday we talked about Aston Villa, and today they are playing Aston Villa, Manchester United. It's halftime. Aston Villa won. Manchester United won. We'll also be feeding you on everything as happening. I'm giving you live scores as the game progresses. But before another thing I want to talk about. Okay, there's a news in yesterday. There was news yesterday. The CAF president gave us another bombshell yesterday that the AFCON will from 2028 will be played every 4 years. Yes, that is the new the new one that was said yesterday, and there is also another league that is going to be coming up. But let me just let the cat out of the bag. Before all of that, let's just bring you up to speed with the latest sport news around you and around the world. Nigerian fighter Wasi Adesina became the pioneer Professional Fighters League Africa featherweight champions after defeating Cameroonian Alien Majorik by technical knockout in Cotonou, Benin. Adesina claimed the prestigious title and a $100,000 prize money at the Sofitel Dome, where history was made with the crowning of the first ever PFL Africa champion. The Nigerian was visibly emotional after his victory in what was described as a classic West African derby. Three of four Nigerian fighters on the card won their bout, with only Miracle Andrew losing her women's strawweight showcase bout to Zambian's Shelda Chipito following the judges' decision. The inaugural PFL African final featured 12 fighters with 4 championship bouts across the heavyweight, bantamweight, welterweight, featherweight divisions, with each winning or claiming $1,000 and the prestigious title of first ever PFL African champion. And back to our topic of discussion. CAF's decision to switch the African Cup of Nations to a 4-year cycle from 2028 has sparked widespread debate across African football, with many observers highlighting the influence of FIFA president Gianni Infantino in the move. Announcing the change in Rabat on Saturday, CAF president Patrice Motsepe said the shift will take effect after the 2027 AFCON in East Africa and a subsequent 2028 edition. He also revealed the creation of an African Nation League set to take place annually from 2029, which he described as the equivalent of an AFCON every year. Motsepe said the decision were made in conjunction with Infantino and FIFA's General Secretary Matthias Frankstrom, emphasizing that CAF have to compromise. The new structure also includes an increase in AFCON prize money from $7 million to $10 million. In February 2020, FIFA President Gianni Infantino said a 2-yearly AFCON was useless and it should become a 4-yearly event. On the 20th of December 2025, Infantino got his way. It will be a 4-yearly event from 2028. And I'm asking, do you think a 4-year AFCON will be beneficial to Africa, or all of this is in the interest of European football? And I also ask, can we say that the Europeans have finally gotten what they want? That is the question we are asking today. The studio line, I'll go on to give the studio lines on time, right on time. The studio lines are 0903 648 5868. I'll take the number again, 0903 648 5868. And you can also comment on our Facebook handle. The Facebook handle is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makodi. I'll be here to read your comments live. Now, it's an interesting one for the AFCON to be played every 4 years. Yes, that is the latest. From 2028, the AFCON will be played every 4 years. And also, not just the AFCON, there is another tournament on the table. There is the African Nations League that we played every year. Yes, every year. And the African Nations League is like it is patterned after the European Nations League that we played every year, and at the end of the year we also have a champion, but it is not the AFCON. AFCON we played every 4 years. So we all know how the Europeans have been complaining about AFCON and how it affects them. The European especially the European teams, they've been crying that whenever it comes to AFCON, it affects them, and they don't want the AFCON. That AFCON should be aligned to the European calendar, and that is why I'm asking: have the Europeans finally gotten what they have been asking for when this decision was made? The numbers to call again is 0903 648 5868. I'll take the number again, 0903 648 5868. And even while we are discussing the AFCON and the new format of the AFCON, the African Nations League, we will also be taking our eyes, will not take our eyes off Aston Villa versus Manchester City. Is the 50th minute now, second half. So I'll be giving you updates on that. I was just curious to find out about this Nations League that they were talking about. I just felt that I should also educate my listeners, because this information came out yesterday and a lot of people are not even aware of this. So what's this African Nations League that we are talking about? How will it be played? How are they going to compete? Which of the countries will be competing? All of that, I'll bring it to you much later. But our topic today, I don't want us to just forget anything. Our topic today, we are asking the new format for AFCON. The new format for AFCON right now is every 4 years. What is your take on this? Do you think that the Europeans have finally gotten what they've always been asking of? The disruption that the AFCON creates to the European clubs football will be taken care of now. At least before you miss an African player, it will take up to 4 years. Now the yearly African Nations League will be played according to the FIFA's calendar, where nothing is not going to affect anybody. So that is what we are saying. So I'm asking, do you think that this 4 years AFCON will be beneficial to Africa, or this is in the interest of the European football? Like I told you, if you listen to my background story, I said the FIFA president had already said that before now that every two years, that is every 2 years, when CAF plays the AFCON every 2 years, that it's not beneficial to CAF and it doesn't help CAF. So CAF to take it to 4 years. He said that before now, and now everything is coming out this way. So I'm asking, do you think that this 4 years will be beneficial to Africa, and or do you just think that it is just in the interest of European football? The numbers to call is 0903 648 5868. I'll take the number again, 0903 648 5868. And okay, we have a caller already. Hello.
Good evening, Benjamin. Kuji.
Good evening.
All right, are you with me?
Yes, I am with you. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Sylvester from NetBank.
Okay, Sylvester, go on.
All right, I want you to remember one thing. The European countries are the owner of football in the world. You understand? And if they really lure Africa to join their pattern so that it will not affect their football, it's never a surprise. You understand? And the revenue we generate from football, I believe most of them even come from Europe as well. So if you are to challenge their pattern, maybe in time to come, as I was just hearing you just now, they have increased the takeaway money the African football now can take home. Instead of 7 million, they are going to $10 million, right?
Yes.
And the most of those money are going to come from the European countries. I think they are the beneficiaries. They are the providers, and they are the people who beat the pipe. So you must have to concur with them to favor us. It will favor Africa as time goes on, because the promotion companies are going to come from Europe.
But my what I am just why I'm just skeptical is that when all of this align with European football, most times when Africa are also playing theirs, they will also be playing theirs. So Europeans will not leave their own football to watch our own football. But when we have our own football, when it's not their own season, they want to watch our football. So if you have maybe say the European Nations Cup and there's also the African Nations Cup at the same time, will they watch ours?
Is that how it's going to confirm?
Yes.
When European Nation Cup is going on, the African Nation
yes,
Cup
it's going. It's going to go the same time.
Okay. All right. I've got the point now. Well, let's see the picture first, so we cannot say good or bad for now.
Okay, all right.
Let's hold our hand and see how the outcome will be.
All right. Thanks for that one.
That's my point.
Okay, let's keep our fingers crossed and see how that one will go. That is just my take on that, or my views on that, because I find it I will find it difficult to say that the Europeans will want to watch our football when they have their own competition, but when we're playing our football off their season, or when it's not their major national competition, they want to watch our football. But what is your take on this? The studio lines to call is 0903 648 5868. I'll take the number again, 0903 648 5868. You can also comment on Facebook. Our Facebook handle is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Makodi, hello.
Good evening, Mr. Benny Kuji.
Good evening.
Kenneth calling from airport.
Okay, Kenneth, go on.
Mr. Benny Kuji, let's look at this thing from almost all of the angles.
Okay.
I don't really think we will align with the Europeans the way they play their UEFA, the Euros. We won't really align with them. We will only align, or we say, yes, the Europeans have won the battle if we are forced into changing the time where our Nations Cup is being played. But if we don't change it, in respect of the fact that we change from a 2-year team to 4 years, we'll still be playing our Nations Cup as we normally play from January.
What about the African Nations Cup? African Nation
I'm coming
League.
to that as well. I'm also coming to that.
Okay.
So I don't really think we'll align to the Europeans, because they will still be missing our players when the season is on in Europe. Yeah, so because we'll still be playing our AFCON come January, as we normally play, even now that it's 2 years. So I don't really think we'll align with them in that regard. Then the AFCON Nations League.
Okay, let me just let me just give an update. Aston Villa have scored, so it's Aston Villa 2, Manchester United 1. The 58 minutes. You can go on.
That one was already expected. So for the AFCON African Nations League, the African Nations League, I really don't know what FIFA, because all of this is coming from FIFA. FIFA is the one bringing that sense to both UEFA and now CAF. If you're saying you want to reduce workload for footballers and you're bringing up more competitions, that is to say you don't want the players to rest. Because one of the ideas of them changing the AFCON from a 2-year tenure to 4 years is to reduce the workload for players. Then, in the period of these 4 years that you're waiting for 4 years to come before the AFCON will be played, you're playing a Nations League. Within these 4 years, you must have played 4 Nations League. So, to me, I don't really think bringing up a Nations League or a UEFA Nations League does even make any sense to me. I don't really think it makes sense.
So
there's no need for all
you,
of this.
The question is, will it be beneficial to Africa?
somehow it will, because financially it will, because it will increase the financial incentive. So I think it will be beneficial in that regard. It will be beneficial.
And Europe, and Europe,
the Nations League, bringing up the Nations League, to me, I don't see it as a wise step.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for that one.
You're welcome.
For Kenneth, the Nations League is not a wise one, but there are some strong cases for the Nations League. The issues of they won't be, because most of those matches in the Nations League will be played during the international windows, FIFA international the FIFA international windows, and therefore they said the kind of those irrelevant friendly matches that will be played, and there won't be need for that, because those competitions will cover and keep the national teams busy. But let's just take a look at the proposed national, the African Nations League. That the participation will be all 54 CAF members association. Yes, and it will be played in a regional groupings. That is, the northern region in Africa is expected to provide feature 6 countries. The Eastern, Western, Central, and Southern zones they are expected to feature 16 countries. And if you're just joining us, this is SPEEDy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi will bring you sports moments of your life. And today on the show we are discussing FIFA's or CAF new competition and the new format for the AFCON. The new format is that AFCON will be played in every 4 years, not in the normal 2 years that we know. It has been taken to every 4 years from 2008. Yes, and there'll also be a Nations League which will be played yearly. And I am asking on the show, do you think that this 4 years AFCON will be beneficial to Africa? And also, do you think that the Europeans, who always have been complaining about AFCON every 2 years affecting their league, have they finally gotten what they wanted? Yes, that's the question. If you want to contribute, the studio lines to call is 0903 648 5868. I'll take the number again, 0903 648 5868. You can also contribute on the show by commenting on our Facebook. The Facebook handle is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. When you comment, I'll be here to read your comments live. Now, we are talking about the Nations League. The Nations League, we say the participation will be 54 CAF members association. The grouping will be regional. Only the North Africans will produce 4 countries, while the rest, that is the East, West, Central, and South zone, is expected to feature 16 countries. And now the scheduling, this is where we are talking about matches will take place during FIFA international break in September and October, while the finals, the winner of each group will advance to a final phase held in November to determine the overall continental champion, and it's going to be yearly. And the league is part of a broader calendar to overhaul where the African Cup of Nations AFCON will move to a 4-year cycle starting from 2028. Hello. Hello. Oh, your network seems. Hello, can you hear me? No, please, can you maybe you just call back? The network is not so good. Please try and call back. Let's get your take on that. Okay. We still have some time to check. Just some few minutes before we'll call it a day. Like I said earlier. Okay, we have a caller. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello, Benny.
Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
This is Mazi Okoye from North Bank.
Okay, Mazi Okoye, you're welcome. Go on.
Yes, thank you. What I have to say concerning the question of the day. You know, FIFA is trying to streamline every continent to have the same calendar.
Yeah.
If you go to the Asia, the same 4 years. Europe, the same 4 years. Brazil, Americas, for 4 years. So they want to bring Africa at the same line with them. So the only thing is that based on the 2 years we used to have, there are a lot of benefits that we have seen. In the sense that because we meet regularly, African teams now are very, very strong. They can compete at the world stage. That is a very great benefit we have benefited there. Now they are taking us to the
Please, can you just try round up? Our time is fast spent. Just round up.
Okay. Yes. They are taking us to the 4 years. Our calendar will never be the same with Europe. In the sense that we don't have the same weather. It will always run on January.
Okay.
So Europe has not influenced us in any way. But rather, they are seeing us as people who have grown.
Okay, thanks for that one. We get your point. Our time is already far spent. Like we said, Aston Villa 66 minutes to Manchester United 1. And thank you for all to all our listeners who joined us on the show and those that are also listening. Our time is already fast spent. I will see you tomorrow. We'll discuss more after the Nations Cup begins. Today, we'll talk about that one tomorrow. From me to you, I'm saying God bless your heart. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Él te jura un falso amor, es un abusador. Juega con tu corazón, sabes decir que no. ¿Cómo decirte que te quiero, que muero por tu amor? Yo no he perdido la ilusión, ni el tiempo ni la razón. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, el que trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Tu cuerpo y el mío juntitos bailando. Tu boca y la mía felices gozando.
As King Radio 98.